Hi everyone, it's Nanna Sonia here. It's Thanksgiving weekend here in Nova Scotia, Canada, and I'm going to make an apple pie. So, a while back I did bottled apples, which I said I never did before, and I had all this yummy sauce left over. And I said I'd find a project that I could use it on. And I'm going to put it in my apple pie. So, I have my trusty apple peeler corer, which I love, but because my table has a slant on the edge, I can't fasten it. So I'm going to take it over to the cupboard and I'm going to do the apples and I'll be back. So, I'm back. I got the apples all peeled and cut and cored and put in the pie crust. And yes, I bought the pie crust because I don't make my own. I used to, but I'm so allergic to flour, I don't bother making them anymore, so I just buy them. So anyway, there's the apples in there. Now here's the sauce that I had, and it's going to look a little different than if you were to thicken it with cornstarch or flour, because like I said, I'm allergic to flour, cornstarch, and I had to use tapioca starch, so it's going to be a little different consistency, but it smells so good. So I'm just going to put some of that on there to spice it up some. Oh, my kids are going to love me. So there, that's all the, oh yummy. So I've got the top crust, so I have to dump it out and I hope it comes out without breaking. And just flatten it out some. So what I'm gonna do is I bought these neat little cookie cutter, fondant cutter things. And if I can get them open, I'm going to make some neat little designs in the top of the pie crust. So they're little leaves. So you just pop it and push it, and I can put these on the top after. I'm just randomly going around and pushing and popping. And I know you can't see it very well there, so I'll pick it up after. Eventually, I hope to have a good setup where you can see stuff, but for now, I'm just a newbie, and this is the best I have. So, I cut out what I wanted, and I'm going to take the rest of them, and I'm just going to, I think I'll get a little bit of water. So if I just dip my finger in the water and put it on there, it'll stick better, I think. I think. I'm just pressing them all around. Give it a little bit of character. I used to make my own pie crusts. I have my grandmother's recipe from back in the early 1900s, her recipe book, and I used to make and made the most beautiful crust. Then I became allergic to the dust of flour and cornstarch, icing sugar, powder, like talcum powder, baby powder. That's how I figured out I was allergic, was to the powder, was when my son was little, I couldn't use powder on him. It filled me all up, made me sneeze. That's when I realized I was allergic to that. But flour, ooh, that was quite a while ago. So there's what I did. Now I'm going to try to get it on here without breaking it. I used to make my own bread. All kinds of stuff. Just everything. One thing that all my kids loved were my cornmeal muffins. Oh, they were good. Yummy, yummy, yummy. But I do still make some things, but what I do is I have a little trick. I have a bread maker, and I keep my flour in a freezer that I don't go into. And I get my husband to put the flour in the bread maker. I add the rest of the ingredients, shut it, and then mix it up. Once it's all mixed up and the flour's all settled and not dusty, then I can make a loaf of bread or a cake or whatever. But for it just to be in my house and me make it, no, can't do it. My eyes swell up and it's not good because I need to be able to see to do all my fancy crafts. My eyes are swollen and itchy and sore. I can't do that. So I'm going to try to show you this without knocking it on. Oh, I like it. Ooh. So I'm going to put it in the oven. So the pie is all done, cooked to perfection. It's very hot, bubbling right out of the oven. I have it on good authority that it tasted delish. Yummy. Toodly-doo. Till next time.